What a lot of people don't realize is sometimes it takes you going a little lower before you can go up. In your day-to-day routine, you probably do similar things every single day. You go to the same coffee shop, you grab the same snack from the vending machine, you get in the car the same way, obviously, but you do all these things the same day in and day out. So new opportunities aren't always finding you. So a lot of times it takes a disruptor to find this new path. I'll give you an example about today. I had paused my gym membership for a while, and I didn't really like this gym that much, but it was like very close to my house, and I'm like, I don't want to drive anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I really need to just renew my membership, but I couldn't find my key fob. So I called the place to see if I could, order a replacement key. They don't answer. I call again. Nobody's answering. I'm pissed off, basically. And so I go to the gym and I'm like, I'll just like knock on the door and see if someone will let me in, and then I can renew my membership, buy a key, whatever. And I go there, and there's a guy that's standing right in front of the door. And he, even after I knock, will not open it. Is literally looking at me dead in the face and not opening the door. And I got so pissed at this. I was like, in my head, I was thinking, obviously, all these mean things, but it's like, this freaking douchebag. Anyway, so then I call the number on the door, call the same number to see if they're gonna answer, and they don't answer. And so I'm like, fuck this gym. I'm not going back to it. And I was like, I need to find another gym in my area. And I look it up, and there's a different type of gym, and I look and I'm like, I don't remember seeing this when I first, like went to look for a gym. I was like, that's so weird, because I probably would have chose this one anyway. I go in, and it is the perfect gym for what I need. It is so much better than the one that I had been previously at. Like, it literally had everything that I wanted. I was like, it was like better than what I had imagined. And I was like, how the heck have I not known about this? And it was actually closer to my house. So like everything about it was perfect. I would have never found this gym if it wasn't for my day getting like disrupted, if that makes sense. So obviously that's not like a huge deal, but like it was one of those things where I was so freaking annoyed that I'm like, no, I'm done with this. So then I was forced to find something else. And so a lot of times you are asking for these things, you're like, I want this specifically, and you want it and you want it and you want it, and then all of a sudden something, I don't want to say negative, but something that disrupts your daily pattern happens, and that's how you find the thing that you've been wanting. So all this to say, keep believing that everything happens for a reason, and that good things are always happening to you. Things are happening for the higher purpose, for the higher good. Do not get stuck on things where you're like, this is so bad. I'm not saying if like something's really, really bad going on to not be upset. I'm not saying that at all. I'm mostly talking about like little annoying things that happen throughout the day. You never know why that's doing it. Sometimes you need something to disrupt the pattern. There's like a thing on TikTok called burnt toast theory, and I think it's from like basically, I don't know what it's from, but it's basically like, maybe your burnt toast, kept you from getting in a car accident or something, like you being late because of burning your toast, that kind of thing. So you never know what an annoyance is protecting you from. So that's just your sign to always be positive. And if one route is just not working out, to look around to make sure there's not something that you're missing. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to say for today, is to stay positive and everything works in your motherfucking favor. Anyway, bye guys.